Welcome to the 700 Club Canada. I'm Brian Warren, and I'm so glad that you joined us today. Today we're talking about stress. We're talking about protect your health as well. This is day 4, and we've been really enjoying being out in the outdoors. I hope you're enjoying your summer. Today we've got a testimony of a marriage that was nearly destroyed by stress. And a little bit later, I got my good friend here, Shaunna, and we're going to be working on a little bit of teriyaki salmon with a little bit of asparagus and some mango mint gelato. Do you like what you hear? Well, don't go away, because I tell you, baby, my mouth is watering already. I can't wait to get to the grill. I said it's barbecue time. We'll be right back.
It's the newest frontier in medicine, the study of how thoughts and feelings can affect the immune system. The more scientists learn about how the body reacts to stress, the more they realize how deadly stress is.
Chronic stress negatively impacts the immune system.
Many healthcare experts say reducing stress is the best thing you can do for your health, even more important than diet, exercise, and sleep. Stress decreases the production of disease-fighting T cells and limits their ability to function.
If they can't function, then they can't produce their chemicals, if you will, that help destroy anything foreign that's in the body, like a virus, like a cancer cell, like a bacteria.
Stress happens when we feel fear, worry, and pessimism. Those emotions reduce our body's ability to fight off colds and flu. A UCLA study found that law students who began their first semester with an optimistic attitude had more disease-fighting T cells than the students who started the semester feeling pessimistic. Another obvious form of stress is anger. Everyone knows that you should calm down and count to 10 or maybe 100 before you send that email. But did you know that when you stay frustrated, hold on to a grudge,
She did it again?
or even constantly feel that life is unfair, you are harming your health? Research shows that couples who frequently use sarcasm and insults have fewer T cells.
Carry your weight around here a
You
little
gotta be
bit.
kidding me. What'd you do this time to screw it up?
They also have higher levels of stress hormones and take up to 40% longer to recover from injuries than those who stay positive and affectionate during their disagreements.
What is your job?
Here's another surprise. The most destructive form of stress is the combination of grief and loneliness. Widows are far more likely to become ill during the year after their spouses die. The reason is that negative emotions trigger the release of stress hormones, like adrenaline and cortisol. It's okay if it lasts only a few minutes, but repeated stress over a long period of time damages your body.
We can develop an increased heart rate over time, an increase in our blood pressure over time because of this consistent amount of adrenaline that's being released. Higher levels of cortisol increase our body's overall level of inflammation. And it's that high level of inflammation that leads to chronic things like diabetes, heart disease, cancers, infections.
The good news is that there are natural ways to reduce cortisol and adrenaline. Light exercise is one of the best, so take a walk, go for a swim, or ride a bike. These activities can help you feel better, especially if you're outdoors. Exercise increases oxygen levels throughout the body, which relieves stress and stimulates endorphins, the body's natural painkiller. Exercise also increases brain chemicals like dopamine and serotonin.
Those are chemicals that are very important in how we are able to reduce anxiety, reduce feelings of depression or dysthymia, kind of the blues. And so exercise is a terrific way that we can and should help to lower daily stress.
You can also reduce stress by regular prayer. Schedule a quiet time for prayer and take time just to be still. In one experiment, people who meditated over an 8-week period made more antibodies than those who didn't. They also maintained a stronger immune system 4 months later. While you're praying, Make sure that you've forgiven everyone who may have wronged you. Forgiveness reduces stress.
So the idea of being able to let go, accept, not necessarily agree with what has been done if you feel like you've been wronged, but being willing to accept what happened, move forward, and not consistently looking in your rearview mirror.
After you've prayed and forgiven, go out and connect with people and let them know that you care.
When we are in social situations, when we are being caregivers or providing volunteerism to others, what this does is it provides us internally with a sense of well-being.
A simple touch from another person reduces stress, and a gentle hug releases the love hormone oxytocin. A study of people between the ages of 18 and 55 found that those who had 6 or more close friends were 4 times better at fighting off viruses than people with fewer connections. And while you're socializing, laugh. According to a variety of studies, laughter activates T cells and increases production of antibodies. Even thinking about a funny event can have a positive effect. In one study, men were told 3 days in advance that they were going to watch a funny video. Their stress levels dropped immediately. So add these things to your daily routine. Exercise, hug somebody, laugh, and have a quiet talk with God. They're some of the best things you can do to live a healthy life.
Now that makes a whole lot of sense. Telling men in 3 days you're gonna see a funny video boosted their morale, that would boost my morale as well. I mean, a laugh really helps everything. And a gentle hug. I don't know if you've had your hug today, but here it goes. Did you get it? I hope you did. And at the same time, making sure that you're able to give yourself away in areas of acts of kindness. I thought that was great because it's those disease-fighting T cells that need to go out and come against and combat those harmful cells that come into our body. I thought that was interesting as well, sarcasm, because I found that there are more comics that come from Canada that go around the world, and maybe because of our our ability to laugh, not only at ourselves, but be a little bit sarcastic. But husbands and wives, when they're a bit sarcastic, it doesn't necessarily help their immune system. It literally breaks it down. So today, I want to challenge you to say something kind and do an act of kindness as well, and see if that lowers not only your stress down, but everyone else's stress around you as well. Hey, in a moment, we're going back to the barbecue, so don't go away. Stay right where you are. You're gonna enjoy this because it is a delicious day. Bye for now.
Okay. Get plenty of rest and follow all the instructions on here.
Wow. Thank goodness for all those years of medical school, huh?
Oh, I'm not a doctor, but I do watch the 700 Club.
Protect your health and build a better, stronger immune system. The 700 Club brings you the latest steps to power up your well-being and boost your body's defenses. Experts from the Mayo Clinic.
They're your body's first defense of getting rid of the bugs, germs, bacteria, viruses.
The Cleveland Clinic.
If they can't function, then they can't destroy anything foreign that's in the body.
And many others show you how to live long and strong. Get your free DVD copy of Protect Your Health.
Thanks.
Protect Your Health.
Hey.
Available now.
I am in my most favorite place with my most favorite person, my nutritionist, and also friend Shaunna Leinster. And today we're making a teriyaki cedar plank salmon, also balsamic garlic asparagus with what else?
A coconut pineapple mint gelato.
Ooh, so we got to get to it right away because these are things that you can make when you're at home because even the second day, everything what?
Everything tastes better the next day.
I love that. I mean, that is a line. Now, let's get started with this. So I'm going to get this. What we're going to do, we're going to show you how to get this going, and I'm going to make sure that we get this salmon in, and I'm going to give this to you, Shaunna, so you can get that started over there. And I want to get this grill going. And we're using a lot of fresh seasonings as well, right? What are we using?
So this marinade for the teriyaki is my It's the easiest teriyaki marinade you could ever make.
Yeah.
So it's
Easy is great.
easiest. It's tamari sauce, which is a fermented soy. It actually has a very high probiotic effect on your digestion.
Yeah.
We're using coconut aminos, which is another fermented food. It's fermented coconut, and we know the health benefits of coconut is incredible. The omega-3s, great for your heart, great for your brain.
And the beautiful thing is this reduces stress as well because what it does is it lowers cortisol.
Exactly.
And with the omega-3s and the salmon, and we've also washed our hands, so we got to make sure that we're doing all of that stuff. I'm going to get this on the grill, and we've already prepared a cedar plank. And we've got one all ready to go. It's been soaked.
Yep.
Why is it important to soak these things first?
Well, you don't want it to catch on fire. And the cedar is going to add such a nice smoky flavor to the fish as well. It's really going to remind you of a campfire, camping as a kid. Love it.
Oh, I love that. It brings back such great memories as well.
So also in this marinade, we have fresh ginger and garlic. It's just 4 ingredients. So super simple, and it tastes just like teriyaki without the sugar and without all the bad stuff.
What I'm going to do is get this asparagus going as well, because this is like a superfood, asparagus.
Yes.
This week, we're really talking about making sure that we not only eat healthy, but we lower down our stress, and we're able to eat good food, because if you don't take care of what's on the inside, it's very difficult to go anywhere and be able to accomplish anything. You know, the one thing I love about food though is because all these seasonings, I mean, it really talks about where the scripture says, and let your gospel be seasoned with the gospel of peace, right? Let your conversation be seasoned. And Shaunna, as a mom, why is it important for you really to be able to make a meal that's quick, but at the same time, it gives you the health benefits that you need?
Well, as a mom, I mean, all the moms out there, you know how hard and difficult it can be to create a quick and healthy meal for your family. But it's
so what are you putting in there first? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, so this is the tamari and the coconut aminos that we're using to create that balanced sweetness for the teriyaki.
Beautiful. And now this is the marinade that you're going to need before you start. And you were just cutting up a little bit of garlic.
Fresh garlic and some ginger.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just because I know how much you love heat.
Ooh, I love heat.
We're going to add some chili
la.
flakes.
See, I don't know if you like this, but I could actually put heat on my Cheerios in the morning. I mean, I just love the flavor. Now, Shaunna, we also have some Himalayan salt as well as the fresh chili.
Yes.
Now, why is that important? And also with the green pepper.
So the green onion is going to be a really nice garnish. This green onion with teriyaki, it just kind of, they play really well together.
Yeah.
And the Himalayan salt is a great choice. It has so much more flavor than your typical table salt. And another little thing, another fun fact you may not know about table salt, there's actually sugar in table salt. Like super scary. I don't know why they're putting sugar in our salt, but you want the authentic, the pure, the pink Himalayan or the gray Celtic sea salt.
Yeah.
How's that?
It is like amazing. I'm talking about this is
Get
so
some ginger
good.
in there.
I mean, it's got the ginger, it's got all of it's got the garlic on it. It's been marinating for a while. I mean, your mouth is literally going to have a summer fiesta. I mean, this is so good.
Nice. So while you're tasting the asparagus, I'm going to get some more going.
Okay.
Just so I can show everyone, again, the simple marinade for the asparagus. Just like the teriyaki sauce. When I created that teriyaki, I wanted something simple that, you know, anyone, you know, whether you're a single mom or just a busy working family.
That is so good. This is amazing. I didn't want to interrupt you. Whether you're single, married, or whatever else.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You want something when you come home from work at 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
You don't want to be fussing over, you know, how do I make the best meal, but it's going to be so complicated. You want something super simple that you can just throw together. So this teriyaki, to me, it tastes better than what you can buy in the grocery store, and it's for amazing, healthy ingredients.
So good.
And same with the asparagus. It's avocado oil, which is great for high temperature. Of course, we're barbecuing, so we want that high temp oil.
Absolutely.
Balsamic vinegar, which adds a really nice tang to it. Some fresh garlic again, and then some salt and pepper.
Just
that is all we're doing.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. Oh.
So simple.
We didn't add salt to the salmon, and I'll tell you why. Tamari and coconut aminos are naturally salty.
Yes.
Because they're fermented,
Yeah.
it brings out the natural salt.
Oh, the flavors are amazing too. Shaunna, I mean, that's what I love. And I love this smoky flavor, and I love the way this looks. And,
That looks
and
amazing.
Look at that. I mean, this is
Beautiful.
absolutely amazing. You don't want to cook them too long.
No.
And then this cedar plank, I'm telling you, this cedar is absolutely just beautiful. And can you
Look
make
at
way for
that.
that
Yeah.
one? I want
Oh,
people
yeah.
to see this. I want you to see the finished product
Look
of
at that.
You know, I played football, but I'm not going to drop the ball on this
No,
one.
no.
I got to make sure that we keep this one. Now, let me put this here so you can see how easy that was. Now,
Beautiful.
you can do this, and once you do your marinade, and once you cook it, you'll see you shouldn't have to cook it too long. It probably will cook for about a good 8 minutes to 12 at the most. You want to keep it juicy, and one of the things that you'll see with that, you see how it just breaks apart
Yep.
right there?
Yep.
Oh, that's
You know
the good
what?
stuff.
You can take a bit of that marinade and even just drizzle that right on.
These
Oh, yeah.
recipes, these are so simple. We want to make sure we get this out to you as well. Your family's going to love it, and your neighbors, they are going to be so jealous if you don't knock on the door
They're
and
going
say,
to smell it. They're going to come over anyways.
yeah, that's right. So until next time, make sure you protect your health, but eat healthy, but also live the life that you were meant to live. Thank you, Shaunna.
Thank you.
We got to plate this stuff. It's
Yes.
time for us to eat.
All right.
Yeah.
When I first met Brian, he was only like 15 years old, I think. Being 2 years older than him, I thought he was like 10 years old. He looked like he was 10. So, you know, I wasn't interested at that time.
I came over to California, went on to ride for Birdhouse, you know, and like Airwalk, I mean, Volcom, Analog, Audio, Independent, all these sponsors. I mean, I felt like I'd accomplished some things in my life.
It'd been a couple years, and then we met again, and I didn't even know it was him. He looked like a totally different person. He was just not like anyone I'd ever met, and there was just something special about him.
There was just a kind of a love and attraction, a bond, and it just clicked really quick, and it just felt right away. I mean, I'd have to go on a trip, I think, for like maybe a few days, and it was like so hard for us to be apart that I'm like, okay, let's just, you know, what do you think about getting married?
He proposed to me down at the beach, and the next day we were driving to Las Vegas, literally. And so we just spent every waking moment together, and we just like never wanted to be apart. Shortly after being married, we decided we wanted to have a baby. Now my focus wasn't on Brian 100%. I now had to give my attention to someone else who needed me.
We're still so young. I'm 19 and she's, 21.
It just caused friction, and it caused us to start arguing.
We just began to fight and fight and fight, rowdy around my son, and punched holes and stuff, smashed things.
I saw it was affecting Dakota, and he was a very mellow baby. But because of our constant fighting, I could see that it was affecting his behavior.
I was beginning to think, I don't even want to be around this person. I don't even like this person. Like, she's constantly tearing me down.
If you don't get along, you get divorced.
I'm over this, I'm mad, and so as we're separating, we're getting divorced. Then I move into an apartment with a bunch of other skaters at the time, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna focus on me and skating.
I looked at this person, and it was all coming to an end. So it was very emotional because I looked at him and I loved him, but we're both still so struggling with, having a kid.
We were just so emotional and that like we loved each other.
He finally found a house, and so he asked me and Dakota to move back in with him at that time.
Okay, babe, well, why don't we just live together for his sake? There was still fighting, still chaos. I'm angry and I'm frustrated and I'm just still dealing with the reality of what's going on. And I'm just like, okay, God, well, whoever you are, and you know where I am, whoever they say, Muhammad, Buddha, Jesus, who are you, Mary? And it was like, I just said, I'm just gonna prove that God's not real because I'm over this. Reading the Bible. And I probably read it 2 or 3 times. I mean, I read it to find all the fault. And within that course of 7 months of jumping around it, God was just dealing with me, and you've lied and you've sinned, and before God, who's good, you've fallen and you need help and your life's cursed because of it. It just hit home. That's why my marriage is the way it is. 12 o'clock in the night, praying for 40 minutes. I felt the presence of God, like I felt this moment of my eyes being open, my heart being transformed. He showed up. It's crazy as I say, God, you know, I'll give you my life, I'll get baptized, I'll go around the world, I'll remarry this woman, I'll do whatever you want, and just sitting there in tears saying, I can't believe people don't know Jesus.
The change in Brian was so drastic that it was kind of contagious, I guess. There just became this just like a peace over him. I became a little curious what he was really doing, because he would go to church all the time. The last time he had invited me, I'd go to church with him, and it was a powerful but simple message of the cross, and just, I remember him talking about Jesus and how Jesus had died for our sins, and I know it just really spoke to my heart. And I'd seen it a million times, the altar call. It's just something in me was like pulling me towards it. And I was sitting there I remember praying, and I just remember saying, like, God, if you're real, like, I do want to be saved today, but like, I can't go down there. Maybe another time. And I just kind of sat back. And then I saw the pastor looking at me, and he was talking to one of my friends. He asked her to come get me. He goes, I really felt God speaking to me. He's like, have you ever given your life to Christ? I was like, no. He's like, today's your day. I was just like crying, and it was mind-blowing. It just felt really secure and safe. I was just like, this is all it is. Like, it's so simple. And so when we found Christ, we realized that he has a plan for our lives.
We at that time, like, okay, we're divorced, but we love each other. There's a covenant of marriage here. Like, what are we doing? And so as I'm coming home, we're going over to a pastor's meeting, and I'm like, Lord, if you want us to do this, I've said I'll do this. And so she comes out of our house and says, we should just get married tonight. I'm thinking, okay, if you want to go get married in a pastor's apartment tonight, that sounds like God, because I do not expect this to be something that comes out of your mouth.
We remarried in our old pastor's backyard. It was like a turning point again in our lives. There's no turning back at this point. There's not going to be another divorce. We are really going to reconnect and do this the right way, God's way. Since being remarried, we had 2 more children.
3 kids, 12, 6, and 3.
We just are actually getting involved in marriage ministry to become mentors, and so that we can just share our story and just try and help others who might be struggling with something that we went through.
13 years later, we did our vows and got matching tattoos on our wrists and got new rings and just, you know, redoing it all.
It's not hopeless. Like, if you're in a relationship or you're married and it seems that there's no other way but divorce, that there is a way, that if you put your faith in Christ, truly, that with him all things are possible.
Ooh-wee, this is my favorite time. It's dessert time.
Dessert time.
And we've got a little bit of coconut, mango, pineapple gelato.
Yes.
I've got some over here. I mean, I'm just fighting myself trying to stay away from it. You're going to show us how to make this too, Shaunna.
Yes, I am.
Now, this is so easy, and this is, you can go to any superstore, you can go anywhere and find the mangoes.
Absolutely.
And a little bit of lime, and also
simple
a little bit of
ingredients. And our base, instead of using, cow's milk, we're using full-fat coconut cream. So I'm going to get you...
I feel like I'm dancing right now. And we got the blend tech here.
Yes.
This is like Tim the Tool Man, more power. I'm feeling good about this. This is like the blender extraordinaire. How much do you want me to put in here?
So about a cup.
Just
you
a
can
cup?
use a spoon. You can use my favorite spatula.
Oh,
my
I love this
fake
spatula.
family food spatula. Pretty much sums me
Family
up.
and food, this is what it's all about. This is why we're eating this stuff, right? Can I just do a cup, an eyeball, or do I have to use the whole cup?
just eyeball. I never use, honestly,
you know what?
I don't fuss. I don't measure anything.
I
You
know,
just throw it in.
I know.
When you feel good about it,
Yeah,
it works.
There you go. It's like,
So I'm just gonna get this mango going.
Just luscious goodness, all of this stuff. You see, I love to use my hands when I cook too. I mean, I love to be a part of it, because I think that's part of the experience as well. And when you think about the health benefits of this, we've got coconut, we've got mango, and mango warms us up on the inside, and it also, it's great for circulation, and it's a great palate cleanser after you're finished eating too.
Oh yeah, and we even have some frozen pineapple we're gonna throw in there as well.
Okay.
So let's get this in there.
Get that in the blend tech.
Beautiful.
All right.
All right, we're gonna squeeze some lime.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
And you know what else I have as well? I'm
What
gonna
do you
get you to put a drop. That is peppermint essential oil. That is the pure essential oil. So that's
Back
gonna
up.
add just one drop.
I feel like a mad scientist.
Wonders.
Boom! Oh,
Two
right
drops
there.
are good too. It's gonna add a little more. So we have the fresh lime along with the peppermint oil. It's gonna be amazing. And then if you want to add a bunch of torn mint leaves there as well.
Fresh mint, huh?
While I
Oh, I
get
love this.
some
Here we
frozen
go.
pineapple in.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be
All right,
ready.
let's just pour
We're
it
ready?
in.
All right, just pour it in. It's dessert time.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
dessert
we don't
time.
mess around.
We don't want to wait for
No.
dessert. I wish we can go first. You know what? I heard about a guy who he wanted to be buried with his dessert fork because he said the best is yet to come. And I really believe the best is yet to come. Let's get this blender on the top of this. And can I know?
Now, push it on because we don't want that. I don't want that flying off. We push that.
Whoa!
Now we can dance.
Do the dance, blend tight, happiness is here to stay.
All right. So that would go for like a minute, and then you have amazing gelato. How awesome is that?
Well, while we do this, we're going to be right back, so you don't want to go away. It's time to eat now. Over the teeth and through the gums. Watch out, stomach. Here it comes. Oh, baby. Now, this is the best part. I've sharpened up my teeth. Shaunna, you know, this is part of our Protect Your Health Week. And tell us again the benefits that we get from not only eating healthy, but what we have in this food.
Yeah, so salmon, of course, we know is super high in protein, but it's really high in omega-3. So that's going to keep your heart healthy, your brain healthy. And asparagus, of course, is it helps to lower your cortisol. So that's great for stress.
Yes.
And it really helps to cleanse the urinary tract as well. And our amazing pineapple mango coconut gelato. We use full fat coconut, which I chose because high fat is actually better for your brain and your heart as well because of the omega-3s in there. So when you have low fat, you're kind of missing all of those health benefits and it's cutting them out. That's why we went with the high fat there.
Well, I'm looking forward to eating this with you, but I want to also encourage you, and it costs you absolutely nothing. It's called Protect Your Health, and this week we're offering that to you. All you have to do is call the number on the screen, 1-855-759-0700. Prayer partners are standing by. And also, if you like these recipes, I'm making them available, some of our favorite recipes, and you can get your copy, 1-855-759-0700. And it doesn't matter what you're going through. Remember, God is on your side, and those numbers on the screen are for you as well. Until next time, keep enjoying your summer, but God bless.
Let's eat.
Let's eat. Bon appetit. To contact us, phone 1-855-759-0700. You can email us at cba@700club.ca. You can now like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter or Instagram. On tomorrow's show.
And we had a patient that was confused, tall, heavy guy that was in a jerry chair. And suddenly I caught the movement out of my eye as he was coming out of the chair, literally falling. I just immediately jumped over to him, but in the position that I grabbed him in, I kind of felt something give in my neck.